Hello, fiber fans, friends, and followers. My name is Beth, and I am here to talk to you about all of the yarny fun things I have gotten into recently. Today I'll be talking about what I'm wearing, as well as the works in progress that I have. I have no current newly finished objects, but I do have some older things that I haven't shown for a while, in addition to the things that I have been showing recently. So, as well as, just remembered this, I just recorded, I did a drawing for the Sandy bag winner from last time. It is this bag. I will be talking about that in more depth later in the episode, as well as announcing the prompt for the next Sandy bag giveaway. So get ready for an episode full of yarny fun and lots of chit chat, and we'll see where we go from there. Today I am wearing the Seashell Sweater Light by Minimi Designs. This is a test knit that I did this summer, and I feel like right now is a good time to wear it because it's got a little bit of sparkle in it. It's kind of a holiday color, and I think it'll be perfect for wearing to holiday celebrations and having fun with friends and family. So I thought this would be one that other people could maybe think about for themselves to knit. And it's, I could put a turtleneck under it and I think it would look great that way. It's just not that cold today. And it's a fairly warm wear. I think initially it was intended to not be the warm weather kind of item that I made mine to be. You could make it with a different yarn and it would be a very summery thing. And the original does have longer sleeves. So, it's up to you what you want to do with it. I used Northern Bee Studio Cloud held together with Why Not Fibers Stardust in the colorway Moss. The Northern Bee Studios did not have a colorway name, so I don't know what she calls it on her website or anything. So that's why I'm not mentioning a colorway name. But I feel like these colors complement each other very well. It's two yarns held together. I don't fully remember all the content of everything, but I know that the Why Not Fibers was a superwash with stellina in it, which gives it just a hint of sparkle. I don't know if you can see it here, but it is just right for the holidays. It seems very festive. So, I think everybody should run out and make one of these because it's great. I love you just cast on from the collar and go right into stockinette, and it is a very it holds well. It doesn't roll as much as I would have expected it to. So today I turned my phone the opposite direction so that the camera lens is on this side, and I feel like it looks like I'm not looking at the camera, and so it's throwing me off. And maybe I should flip it the other way. Maybe it's better off that way, because when I look at myself like straight on the screen, I look like I'm looking to the left. But now when I look to the right, which is where this camera thing is, maybe that's when I look like I'm looking at the screen. So I don't know. I'm used to having it the other way. And comment below if you think I should flip it the other way or if you think I should keep it how it is. What else was I? Oh yeah, so this sweater, I love it. It's a delight to knit. The design is fabulous. There were no short rows in the pattern, but I added short row shaping in the back to bring the back neck up a bit, because I did feel like I needed a little more balance there. So I have detailed notes on my project page, so if you're interested in that, I do believe I have linked directly to the project page below. So let me look. Yes, it is my project page that I linked, not the Ravelry designer page for it. So, and of course, from there you can link right directly to the designer's project page. So anyhow, that is Seashell Sweater Light by MiniMiKnittr Designs. I have no new finished objects to show, so I'm gonna head straight into works in progress. I'm gonna go with what I have listed first in my notes, because that's the easiest thing for me to do, because then I don't have to rearrange my notes afterwards. Because, you know, that's just how I am. If I do things in a certain order, I feel like I need to keep my notes in the order that I did things in, and that's just how I am. This is The Traveler. It is by Andrea Mowry, and she is a traveler right now. If any of you are aware of her current activities, she has been, she's moving from Maine to Michigan. And her last video, she was on the road. And I think she's doing some kind of retreat or something. Anyhow, this is my start. I don't know that I've done all that much since I last recorded. These colors on the screen are coming out so amazing. I love this. This yarn is Shady Havens Fiber Designs Prime Alpaca. And I did talk in my last episode about my issues with gauge and why I think this has so many issues with it. The texture on this is really fun. It is such a nice, mindless knit. I have not gotten a whole lot done on it, only because I got to the point that I had this much yarn left in my skein, and I didn't have a burning desire to go wind more yarn. So that's my plan for today. I'm going to wind more yarn so I can keep going on this, because this is a great thing to be layering in the colder months that are upcoming. And we've been lucky with the weather. It has been very mild, and I feel like there's just a general shift of seasons recently, that it's been warmer for longer into the fall and colder for longer into the spring. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. But anyhow, I'm not here to talk about weather. I'm here to talk about what I am wearing in whatever weather it is. So let's get on to the next work in progress. This is my garden cardigan. It is a pattern by ANKESTRICK, and I am knitting it in Knitty McPurly Stockholm Suri held in Meadow, held together with Barnyard Knits Merino nylon fingering in the colorway Avocado. So this is a nice fluffy cardigan. Oh, it's so soft. I cannot wait to wear this. It feels a lot like what I'm wearing now. I think they're both a little bit Suri. So what I had talked about in my last episode regarding this sweater is that what did I say? The yarn. It was the yarn. I was worried that I was running out of yarn. And so I decided to move on to sleeves before I continued down the body of it, because I prefer to have my sleeves all the way knit to my wrist, as opposed to having a longer length on the sweater, the body of the sweater. So if I run out of yarn as I'm knitting the sweater, I'll have a somewhat cropped sweater, which I would prefer over like shorter sleeves. I don't like that on a cardigan, because I feel like if I'm wearing, say, a long sleeved shirt and I want to put a sweater on over it, I don't want to have my shirt sleeves either sticking out beyond the sweater or crunched up inside the sweater. So I definitely prefer that full long sleeve. So this is where I'm at with that. I'm doing the sleeves 2 at a time. I am right about to where I need to start the ribbing. So what stopped me there was that I brought it to Knit Night this week and I didn't have the smaller needles to do the ribbing on the cuffs. So I have made, I feel like that's quite a bit of progress since the last time. So I'm very pleased with that. I'm loving the design. I'm loving doing the knitting. It's one of those that keeps your interest, and you kind of have to make sure that you're following along. It's not exactly mindless, but it's not overly focused. It's not one of those that I need to really think hard to do. Next one that I have made just a bit of progress on, because I'm doing all these big things, I'm not making a whole lot of progress on any one thing. So I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And this is my pressed flowers cardigan. And I'm looking at this on the screen and I am like ecstatic. This is, chef's kiss. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I love how these colors go together. This is a little scratchier. This is not one of those that I'm going to put on and go, ooh, this feels so nice. That may change after I block it. I don't really know for sure. It is being knit in Rowan felted tweed in the colorways Celadon, which is the main color, the green, which you can see better on the ribbing, and Magenta and Amethyst are the other 2 colors I have listed, and I think this must be the Amethyst. I have a couple different felted tweed colorways that what's the word, fade as you knit them. So oof. Okay, here, color comparison. These are 2 different colorways. So I'm gonna guess that this one's the magenta. No. Yes, and this is Amethyst. That would be my guess. This one is colorway 026. 023. That's got to be the magenta. Yeah, magenta versus Amethyst. So this is the one I started with, the magenta. And you can see there's a lot of different colors in this. I'm excited about this. It's gonna be so pretty. All right. I'm stuffing things back in the bag, but I can see this feels very lightweight. I'm kind of surprised about how lightweight it feels with, this is I think it's considered a DK weight yarn, but it is because it is, it's mosaic stitches. This is my inside, this is my floats. It's doubled up and it feels a lot more, drapey than I would have expected for this type of yarn. And it's definitely more scratchy and woolly than the other things I'm working on right now. Let's see. Next thing, I wanted to hold that up together with this one. This is being housed in my bag that I got from my first Knitty McPurly retreat, and I will be going to the next one, and I'm so excited about that. This is the Davenport Cowl that I had started a little while back. Look at how those colors contrast so nicely. So the reason I was thinking about holding up my pressed flower sweater with this is because this is me with the purple and greens. I can't stop with purple and green together. So I am loving this. This is, let me get my glasses on so I can tell you what the yarn is. Queensland Brisbane is the contrast color, the green and blue. And it's in the Colorway Coral Reef, and the purple is Madeline TML Triple Twist, and the colorway is called the Feels. These are bulky worsted. They're somewhere in that neighborhood. Heavier yarns. So I did cut out one repeat in the pattern in order to accommodate for that, because I like a closer fitting cowl. And my plan is, there's a lining that in the pattern, I believe they did DK weight outer yarn and a fingering held together with a mohair. So I'm going to do a DK with a mohair for my lining. Or it might even be a Suri with this. And this is Madeline Pashmina. I don't think that is not in my show notes. I'm going to have to add that in. This is Madeline Pashmina. I brought the yarn thing with, in the colorway Sea Glass. This is 75% superwash wool, 15% silk, and 10% cashmere. And I'm going to hold this together with a Suri alpaca so that I have a nice soft neck lining on this. And I feel like that's going to be, a real pop. So I'm very excited about this. I love how it looks. I feel like this is going to be a very thick, warm thing to wear on my neck when I go out this winter. I do a lot of walking outside during my school day, so this will be up and down over my head. I don't care how my hair looks, so I'm just working with second graders, and they don't care how my hair looks either, and if they laugh at me, I will laugh with them. So that is that. This one with the color work takes a lot of focus. The pattern has a chart in it, and I don't know if it's my printer that had not the best color contrast, that, maybe, I don't know, but it's kind of hard. You have to have really good lighting to read the chart, because it's like they used an orange and a red together. And I'm like, this is not enough contrast for me. I really need to focus to make sure I know what colors come where. And I'm sort of, so let me show it again. I have, sorry for the noise. I have stitch markers placed for every pattern repeat, so every chart repeat. And so what I'm doing is each repeat of the chart, I'm twisting the yarn either under or over. So under for one repeat, and then over for the next repeat. So just to help with yarn management. And then on my most recent one, my most recent repeat, I decided to hold the yarn differently, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I try, because, okay, let me tell you why. My floats, actually they look better than I thought. They look better on screen than they do in person, I feel like. If you look at, let me show you the outside again. If you look at the outside, I feel like there's puckering in the actual work, because instead of tensioning both yarns at the same time, what I've been doing is drop one, pick up the other. And I think that might be affecting the way it's pulling, because like specifically right here, maybe it doesn't show as much on screen, but I see puckering through here. And so I may be not giving enough leeway when I have longer floats. And so therefore it tends to pull in on itself. So I thought maybe I need to do some better tensioning with this. And based on my experience with something I need to get back to if I want to wear it this Christmas, my, what's it called? My Christmas sweater that I'm knitting. I was knitting it at the meetup in July, and I had issues with the tension across here, but it got better as I went down more because I had a bigger needle. Hinterland by Jennifer Steingass, I think. Anyhow, that one, I think that I sort of, as I went on, figured out how to hold the yarn and tension it better for my personal gauge as I went. And now I like, as I was doing this cowl, it came back to me like, oh yeah, this is what I did when I did color work before. So I haven't been doing a whole lot of color work, and maybe in order to have better color work gauge, I need to be tensioning it the way I was doing it for that sweater, because I like how it was lower down as I went from the top down. Anyhow, that's the Davenport Cowl. I'm loving this project. I can't wait to finish that. It's nice and small, it's in big yarn, it's on big needles. It should go fairly quickly. I make no promises as to when it will be done because I'm not always consistent. The last work in progress I'll be showing today is my American socks. These are vanilla socks. I have not worked on them for a while. I haven't shown them for a while. I initially bought these for 4th of July. The yarn arrived, I think, the 6th of July or something. So I knew that I wasn't going to get them done for the 4th of July. I want to say I ordered it on the 2nd of July. I was feeling FOMO about not knitting anything 4th of July-ish on the holiday. And that's why I ordered the yarn when I did. And then I still didn't have it for that. But these I have finally made some decent progress on, because on election day I was thinking, what day is more American than that? And I needed something mindless to knit. So I got to work on these and got the heel flap and gusset completed, and they're coming along. Maybe 4 years, when we're electing the next president, I'll have these finished. And that's all of my works in progress. And I have only, this is the perfect time to put in my drawing for the Sandy bag. So now to me. Okay, here's the hat that all of the names of the commenters are in, and I'm going to shake it up and see if one pops out. Whoa. They're popping out, but they're not popping all the way out. Sometimes they fly up and don't just come out. So I'm waiting for one to tell me it's the one. Huh? It just keeps going and going like popcorn here. There we go. One fell on the floor. All right. That's so random. All right. The winner of the Sandy bag, this beautiful bag made by Sandy herself. Sandy, thank you so much for donating these to me for giveaways on my channel. I appreciate so much that you do this. I just want to show the beauty of this thing again. Inside pocket, very nice box bottom with vinyl. It's a wonderful thing. And the lucky winner is Linda Nixon. It's funny, I keep drawing names that are people that I haven't seen commenting a lot, or sometimes even at all. So Linda, I hope you're watching again. I don't know if you regularly watch and don't comment as much. That's how I am when I watch YouTube. I don't really comment all that much. So it could be just you loved the bag and that's why you decided to comment this time. Let me read Linda's comment, because this time I feel like comments should be read, because this was a thing for what should I be asking you? What's a good question to ask that you would like to hear the answers to? And Linda's comment was, if I can find it, she says she loved knitting the garden cardigan and she used silky wool. So that I'm sure is very drapey and wonderful. And I either will be showing that or have already shown that. I'm not sure where I'm editing this in yet. But she said a good question to ask would be, how many whips do people have? So I know that in my last episode, I mentioned that I said to my son, pick a number between 1 and I forget what, 23, something like that. And that's kind of revealing how many whips I have. But congratulations, Linda. Please email me with your address and I will mail this out to you. And thank you to all of you who commented. You know what? let me go ahead and talk about some of the questions that were asked. Or, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to save that. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to say, I'm going to use the question that Linda suggested as the prompt for the next Sandy bag. So here's what I'm going to do. Since I'm in the chair, I actually am recording this before I even started the episode. I thought let's get the simple stuff out of the way. So I'm putting this together and being ready to record a full episode. So this will be the prompt for the next Sandy bag. So, how many whips do you have? Please let me know. And as always, if you want to chime in, I love to know what do most people have as whips? How many works in progress do you currently have? And do you consider them all to be current works in progress? Or do you have what is considered to be hibernating? I would say for me, maybe 4 or 5 projects get fairly regular attention, and the rest, I would say, are hibernating. And I've been trying to kind of whittle away slowly at the hibernating ones because I want them to be actual finished objects, and I want to be able to wear them like this. And guys, I love this. I probably have said that already in this episode because I will have talked about it by now. And I just, I love to be able to wear this, and I want to wear more. So, I will show, what I'm going to do is this clip will be edited in somewhere in the video, and after that, I will show the bag that is to be given away. So, again, all thanks to Sandy. I appreciate you for being so generous, donating the time, the effort, the materials, and everything that you do to this podcast. Thank you. And thank you all for commenting, and best of luck to the people who are hoping to win the bag that I am about to show. Okay, so the next bag that I will be giving away, I believe I gave a prompt. I hope I did. My recollection of the first video that I made today, no, the second, because my first one was doing a twirl with this on, and my second video was the drawing for the Sandy bag. So my next Sandy bag giveaway is this one in this lovely floral print, and it has a lovely pocket on the front. Fantastic handles. It is super big. It is a tote the same size as all of the other ones. Let me open it up so you can see the inside. Bottom is white, pocket is white. This pocket you can reach into as well as unzip. So it's 2 pockets in one. I'm trying to open it, but it's hard to open it while I'm looking at the screen because I'm just awkward like that. And then it's got this lovely vinyl bottom, which makes it nice and sturdy. And this will go to the lucky winner who comments whatever I prompted you to comment below. And I will be drawing a name for that in my next episode. So, what's everybody doing? What are you working on? I want to know. I want to see it. That's the funny thing. On YouTube, people will comment to me and they'll say something like, oh, I'm working on the such and such. And I'm like, okay, where can I see that? I want to see that. So that's the hard thing about comments on YouTube. You can't post pictures in your comments. There was, another thing. Okay, so I've been thinking about this. I talked about my health a while back. I want to say maybe the spring, maybe in the summer. I don't know. I even had said, do you want to hear about my health issues? I'm not sure if that's something that people are interested in. So I've recently had what I consider to be a bit of a breakthrough. It's not entirely resolved, but suffice it to say, I am feeling a lot better. It goes up and down, one day to the next, 1 week to the next, 1 month to the next. And what I believe I have, and in fact, my doctor's office just called and said, you need to schedule a follow-up appointment because we never got to the bottom of your issues. So I need to, that was a whole thing too. I got a new phone plan. I switched carriers, got new phones for everyone in the family. That takes up so much time, you guys. Like, my daughter lives in Minnesota, so I delivered a phone to her there, had them delivered to me, then had it delivered to her, and then had to help her activate it. And then I had to get one to my mom and help her activate it. And my husband activated his, and my son was the easiest one. I don't know why. Probably because he had his own phone already that we had just gotten off lease from our old carrier. So anyway, we're all set with that now. But with this new carrier, they required a password for voicemail. And so yesterday I get this phone call, and I knew it was my doctor's office, but I was in the middle class and I was like, I'm not going to answer that. So I hit the decline and it went to voicemail. And then I spent half my day trying to retrieve a voicemail because I couldn't remember the password I set. So I know, I remember too at the time that it wasn't my usual password. And I couldn't remember how many digits I needed. And I mean, 4 digits is enough, I feel like. You can do somebody's birthday. You can do month and year. You can do month and day. I mean, and it doesn't have to be your own. And I mean, sure, somebody could get that, but like, how many people are clamoring to get my voicemail? Why do you have to make it 8 digits long? I think that's what it was, is 8 digits, which is like a birth date plus the full 4-digit years. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Anyhow, so I got this voicemail. I finally got it back. I had to reset my password because I couldn't remember it for the life of me. I tried over and over and over. And when you do log in, it doesn't say, when you're trying to log in, it doesn't say, please enter your 8-digit password. But when you reset it, it says your password must be 8 digits at least. And I'm like, okay, that's why I wasn't getting it, because I was trying all these 4-digit things and I thought, well, maybe it's 6, maybe it's 7. And so like, there's so many combinations that I could think of that I might use that I'm like, this is insane. So that's why I reset it. Anyhow, back to my health. I got the voicemail. They said, come see the doctor again, which is something that I had been planning to do anyway, because I have never been tested for what I believe it to be. And this is through my own personal research and looking into things that I have done. And I believe I've said this before, but I am so grateful to my friend Chris for suggesting FODMAPs, looking into the low FODMAP diet, which is certain sugars, I think it is, but they are basically types of sugars, glucose or something, that when you eat this type of thing, they are more likely to ferment in the wrong place in your body. And people who are unable to consume FODMAPs typically have IBS or Crohn's or something like that. And I've never been diagnosed with anything like that. The two primary things that I have heard about that can cause this FODMAP thing, FODMAP, what is sensitivity, would be H. pylori, I think is how you pronounce it, or SIBO, which stands for small intestinal bacterial disorder. No, bacterial overgrowth. And I'm pretty sure I have SIBO. So I'm going to link a video below for this interview that I saw. Dr. Eric Berg, I watch him regularly. He's the one who sort of got me into the intermittent fasting thing. And he talks a great deal about eating a keto diet. So he says that it sort of goes hand in hand, the keto diet and the intermittent fasting, which kind of makes sense, because on a keto diet, you're going to get more calories in that shorter time period, which you need so many calories to sustain your weight. And I have heard that a lot of people do not recommend intermittent fasting for women. It's what worked for me in order to help me have more energy at a time that I think maybe I was already sensitive to FODMAPs, and I think I just didn't put that together. It was really hard to figure out. Like, my doctor never, like, this was not a thing that he ever mentioned to me in any way. And I gave him a whole list of my symptoms, and he was checking this, that, and the other. And he was saying, can we do this test? Can we do that test? And, we did a whole host of tests. So I don't entirely fault my doctor for that. I do, however, have an issue with the fact that I got a phone call one day from the office saying the doctor wants you to see an oncologist without any explanation for why. And that was, as it turns out, that was, oh, we didn't know what it was, so we thought maybe that would be the way to go. And I spent a full day panicking that there was something in my test results that indicated that I might have cancer. So, I mean, that was a scare I didn't need to have, especially in the timing that it was. But I'm fine by that respect. But I still don't have full answers. So I'm hoping on my next visit to the doctor, we can get a test done for SIBO. My understanding is that it's a breath test, and hopefully I can get diagnosed right there in the office. A big part of why it became urgent to me is that when I took the antibiotics, I felt an alertness, a mental clarity, my vision improved, my sense of smell improved. I mean, it was such an overwhelming change in how I felt in general from taking an antibiotic that I was like, give me more of that. I don't know why this is happening, but it's happening, and I feel so much better than I did before. And I didn't know how bad I felt until I felt how good I could feel. So then over time, after not taking the antibiotics, I started feeling like more dull and slow and tired and fatigued, and I feel like I'm slowly getting it back again through limiting my FODMAPs. But I didn't finish what I was saying about Dr. Eric Berg. I'm going to link a video below. He did an interview with another doctor, Dr. Davis. I don't remember his first name, but it'll be in the video below. There was an interview where they talked about this probiotic called L-Reuteri, I don't know how to say it, but they talk about making a yogurt that amplifies the amount of the probiotic. And now part of the thing that is giving me a little bit of hesitance is lactose is a FODMAP, so I'm supposed to limit that. But according to what they say, they're getting good results from using this yogurt that you make at home. So I have been making this yogurt, and it is working for me, but not eliminating things completely. Now, just recently, I placed an order for the book that Dr. Davis wrote called Super Gut, I think. That's also in the video. There are links in the video to all of the things that I'm talking about. And I want to read that and understand that better, because I was confused at first about like what this link was and what that link was and which things they were recommended, because the links in the video itself link to many different things. So I'm like, okay, which one specifically is he talking about? Which is why I'm like, I'm just going to get the book, read everything he says in the book, and hopefully have myself a super gut when I'm finished. So that's the plan. Did I tell you my new to me? I'm looking at it sitting here, and I don't think I mentioned it. I'm talking about my super gut, or my not so super gut, and I completely forgot my new to me segment. Guys, something came in the mail for me yesterday. Okay, here it is in all its glory. Oh, I'm can you hear the things rattling around in there? So this is the Knitty McPurly yarn advent. It is the Creator of the Universe Yard Advent, and I saw these colors in the inspiration picture, and I thought these look like colors that I would knit with. So I haven't opened it yet because I'm gonna wait until December 1st to even open the full box. I actually saw somebody posted the box. I scrolled through the pictures to see what they had done. They did not give any spoilers, but I know that there are some things that you can do to prepare, and you know, I could start something on December 1st if I want to, but we'll see. I don't know exactly what I want to do with it yet. I may want to see the colors all together, or I may want to just go along and do something scrappy. But yeah, I'm excited about it. It's going to make December so fun for me. Not that December isn't fun. December will be fun regardless. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. And as far as all of my health stuff, I feel like for months now, I feel like I've been getting better and better, and just little by little things are getting better. And I'm doing this yogurt thing and trying different things to see what works for me. And you know, I still have good days and bad days. But really it's just a matter of, it's so bizarre that when I took these antibiotics, I was like, whoa, is this what life is supposed to feel like? I had so much energy and I couldn't believe it. And I am feeling more like that with the yogurt that I'm making and eating. And I want to share it with people. Like I have told people, oh, I should make some for you. And the thing is, I'm trying to get the recipe right for myself. And, you know, the way the yogurt maker is, like, only so many fit at a time. It takes 36 hours to make the yogurt. So I have to find time that it works for me, that I have, you know, I can plan that I make it at this time so it'll be ready a day and a half later, when I have time to take care of the completed product. So it's hard to share it when I barely have enough time to make it for myself and eat it every day. So I'm working toward that. So and they give you, like, the yogurt maker itself. I bought that. It comes with these little jars. I think you get to choose. You can choose either like bigger bowls or smaller jars. And I chose the smaller jars because I thought I want a serving in each one. And so I have been keeping it in the jars, and then I'm like, okay, well, I can't make new ones until I empty the smaller jars. So I just ordered more jars to go with my yogurt maker. And that way I can have a full batch done and start a new batch all at the same time. But obviously I've got to wait that 36 hours unless I get another yogurt maker, which that's too much. I don't need that. So that's where my health is at right now. I'm like today I feel great. Last Tuesday I felt awful. Like, it's funny because the Tuesday before that, I remember saying to my knit group friends, I'm not going to come to knitting. My stomach's not feeling good today. And then this past week on knit night, my stomach felt even worse. But I was like, I'm going to go to knit night because I like going to knit night. And I also was out in that area. So that makes a difference too, because on election day, I was at home because I did not have work on election day. But I also think my stomach was in knots over like the election itself, like what's going to happen. And I think no matter what side of the aisle you're on, you're like, oh my God. But I also think there are some people who are really into it and other people who are not at all into it. And there's, you know, a big range of feelings on each side. I feel like I've gotten into a place that I don't want to be on my channel. So if any of you need information about gut health and if you're interested in learning more about the things that I have been doing for my personal health, check out the video below. Check out Dr. Berg's channel and Dr. Davis and see what you think. There might be something there for you, even if you are not personally experiencing any gut health issues. There may be things that you can do to help improve your gut health regardless of what the current status is. So check it out. I've got it linked below. It is underneath the new to me section. And I hope you all are excited about the upcoming holiday season, wherever you are in this world. I am thoroughly thrilled that we are coming into the colder weather and it's time to wear our knits. And I am excited about getting together with family and friends during this holiday season. I hope you are too. And please remember to like, subscribe, survive, and thrive. And I appreciate every single one of you for coming to see me for however long you do and share your time with crafting with me. So I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.